Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Check out what I have behind me. This is a 2022 Tesla Model X Plaid, and I am super excited to dive into this electric 3-row SUV. If this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I'm a mom of 3 and a certified child passenger safety tech. All right, there's a lot of Model X tours on the internet, and they're very long and very comprehensive and show you all of the crazy technology that good old Elon Musk has put into this car. I'm going to keep my tour quick, concise, and to the point and talk about how it would function for car seats, strollers, and families. If you want to hear more about the tech, find a different video, not my specialty. But car seats and families are. And if you are in the market for a car, like maybe this one, make sure you head to thecarmomofficial.com and check out some of our car buying resources. We have everything you need from personalized consultations to free digital downloads to even online courses to help you get the most money for your trade and the best deal on your new car. Okay, y'all, so let's just highlight some of the quick features on the outside and then we will get into this interior. Starting off, Tesla gives us a frunk, the front trunk. Why? Because there's no engine, my girl. It's all electric. And this is actually a really nice size frunk. It's actually fine to store things in here. It even has like, this one even has like a little built-in mat, which is kind of funny. I brought a double stroller. Stroller didn't fit. Do I think a small, compact umbrella stroller would fit? Absolutely. But also, good place for an emergency car kit, a diaper bag, just like your essentials that you need for kind of, having kids around. I like this additional extra storage up here. So that's the frunk. Okay, next, a big thing to point out are these doors. So these are just your typical standard vehicle doors. This, however, is equipped with the Falcon door. I know what you're thinking. Kelly, how is that gonna work like in a crowded parking lot? Stay tuned till the end of the video because I literally park my Ford Expedition right next to this car to show you how actually these doors take up, I would say, even less room than some SUV doors. So then we have the Falcon doors here. I think this is fun. It kind of gives like sliding door without the doors sliding. Like now I could so easily access the children. I'm like covered from the rain. I don't know, I think they're actually kind of fun. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Falcon doors. I mean, it's like a little showy at like grade school drop off, but they're kind of cool nonetheless. Now, the Tesla Model X, she is electric, an all electric family SUV. Here's where you plug it in. And you're looking at about 348 miles on a full charge. All right, and now let's talk about this trunk space of the Model X. So it's kind of a hatchback looking trunk. And when I come in here, I actually have some good trunk space. So let's kind of break this down. This is the Zoe double twin stroller. And you're like, wow, Kelly, that fits pretty good. It does, but that is because I put it in this extra storage compartment. So this honestly kind of operates like a minivan trunk because it's very deep. This is what your typical trunk looks like without the extra storage underneath. And this didn't fit, mainly because it was just too tall for this stroller. But this thing's easy to remove. You could just take it out and then give yourself the additional storage. Or if you wanted to like keep valuables or something under there, you would also have that flexibility as well. So I'm impressed with the trunk space for the size of the car. For my double stroller, no problem. All right, here's a shot of me in the driver's seat of this Tesla Model X, and let's break down some of the storage space we have. So if we start with our door panel, and we introduce it to my Stanley tumbler, we have a match made in heaven. It actually does fit, plus I still have some nice extra storage underneath there. Spoiler alert, that's like the only cup holder that fits my Stanley, so. All right, let's take a look at this interior a little closer of this Tesla Model X. Here are my cup holders. Truly tragic. That's a huge bummer. I was expecting better out of you, Tesla. But anyway, moving on from that, there's a lot to break down here. And the thing with the Tesla interior and Tesla technology is it's a lot. I find it a little clunky, and I would like, the problem is there's no buttons. Everything is in the screen. Literally the only button in this car, a few on the steering wheel, and your hazards. So anyway, it makes it a little longer to do things. Like everything in here requires at least two clicks, which I know you would get used to it, but if I think about how user-friendly this is to a distracted driver, to someone driving with kids, I don't find it quite as intuitive as I think it's meant to be designed. And I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, and I know you would get used to it, but that's just my perception. Small things like the glove box. The glove box isn't even, I can't even open the glove box. I instead have to go in here and hit the glove box button. And then it opens by itself. And it's like, just put a button there. You know what I mean? Okay, so like I said, this interior and this technology is insane. And there's so many videos on the internet that are gonna teach you everything you need to know about their built-in whoopee cushion, and there's Santa thing and the Rainbow Road. And I'm just gonna kind of skip over that for now because those videos are out there. And instead, let's talk about some of the family-friendly features. One thing I actually really enjoy about this Tesla is that you can open and close these Falcon doors. Again, it's kind of giving minivan, right? So I can go to my controls and I can open up the doors, either one. My kid hops in, and then I'm able to close the door. All from the driver's seat. And then you can also do the same thing with the trunk and the front, again, all from this screen. I mean, you literally have to kind of be a tech wizard to use this screen. So here's what my navigation system looks like. I mean, you can format this screen 6 ways to Sunday, have some information here, some information there. It's just kind of a lot to look at. One of the craziest things I noticed was how to put the car into gear. So you have to have your Tesla card key right there. And then here is your gear selector. So you put your foot on the brake, you go up for drive. You go up for drive, down for reverse, and then you have neutral and park buttons as well. But I mean, it's literally integrated into the screen. Just like another button. Just like, give me some like physical buttons. All right, and take a look at this Game Boy looking steering wheel. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this steering wheel. I've been driving this car for like an hour. Here's what I've noticed. It's hard to drive one-handed, which I know we should be having our hands at 10 and 2. This is more like 9 to 3, if you're asking me, but you almost have to do 2 hands because when you're like turning the steering wheel around, there's not like a place to hold it at the top. I don't know. I've noticed that like I just need to do 2 hands. I don't hate it. It kind of makes it fun to drive. Again, just like another thing to get used to and a little unique. These are funny. LOL. As far as visibility is concerned, I have good visibility in this car. The only thing that I'll say is lacking is out the rear view. So we have that hatched back-esque trunk, and it's kind of just affecting my visibility with how big those headrests are as well. It's just a small back glass, and I feel like I can't see out of it great. They actually do a good job of compartmentalizing some things. So I've got a little storage here. Underneath these cup holders, I've got more. It actually goes really deep down there too. Like my whole hand basically disappears. And then we have our center console as well. So lots of different small little cubby spaces that kind of help make things a little bit more organized. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about up here. Let's get to the second row and I'll start breaking down the car seat setup. Listen up. Model X can come in both a bench and captain's chairs. I have the captain's chair. So with the captain's chairs, you're getting lower anchors in both the seats, tether anchors on the back. The third row of this Model X has 2 seats, no lower anchors, 2 tether anchors. So on this car, we have a total of 4 sets of tether anchors and 2 sets of lower anchors. If I were to get the bench seat in the second row, I don't get any additional lower anchors, but I would get 1 more tether. All right, here we have a Graco Slim Fit LX3. I have it set in the second recline position for rear facing, so the utmost rear facing position possible. My car seat clearance is pretty good. This seat is set for myself at about 6 feet tall. All right, so for an adult in the second row, really comfortable. Good knee clearance. It's funny, like the way these seats kind of work, they come out further this way. So I thought I would have more car seat clearance than I do compared to this knee room. I mean, my knee room feels amazing. No leather back pockets. Don't love that. And then the ceiling vents aren't on the ceiling because this is the ceiling. So the vents are down here. I will say they're pretty powerful. I mean, for rear facing kids, I'm always going to prefer that ventilation on top, but this isn't bad. I actually think air moves well throughout the cabin. Okay, a couple other things I want to talk about. The aisle, very wide. Very wide. I mean, you bring me a Kia Telluride, you don't have this aisle. I mean, I can easily fit back here. Okay, third row access. So like I said, that aisle, nice and wide, like forward facing car seats, no car seats. If I'm an adult, I'm scooting around to the back. If you have like a forward facing seat here or even some rear facing seats, you can move this up quite a nice ways if you look at this. So that's kind of the access you're working with. There's no like big tilt or fold over. So those are your options. You can sneak through here or you can go around. I'm gonna try to sneak through here. Yeah, that works pretty well. Okay, here's where it gets tough. Here's where it gets difficult. Because I already showed you my car seat clearance with that rear facing seat was fine, but I mean, there's nothing here. I can't fit a leg here. So I'm gonna have to sit like this, which is a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. If you have this seat more moved up, of course you'd have more room, but then you couldn't even fit anybody there. All right, we did want to play around with the seat setup a little bit. So we moved this seat up as far as we could where it was still tolerable for an adult, and now I'm in the third row and things are tolerable back here as well. So it is possible. You're just not going to get a ton of legroom either way. And like I said, for rear facing car seats and having a passenger back here, it's going to be, I mean, your legs are going to have to be in the middle. Here is that same Graco SlimFit LX3 installed forward facing, and this seat pushed all the way back. I'm just trying to show you guys all of the different seat configurations. Of course you can move the seat more up, but I want you to take a look at how tight this is for this child. So legs here, feet here, depending on how big the kid is, this could get a little bit tight. So you can move it forward. We can give this child more room pretty easily. So I do think this works. And what I like about this Model X third row is there is only these 2 seats. So they're good, comfortable seats that fit well for car seats. We even have some cup holders here that this car seat is not sitting over, which is great. And then the vents in the third row are great because look, they're on this door panel right here. So this kid's getting nothing but airflow directly on them. So I like a forward facing seat in the third row. I think the cons are accessing it with rear facing seats. And then the only other thing to point out is these headrests aren't removable, they're fixed into the seat. So you have to route the tether on the side of the seat. So make sure you check your car seat manual and the Model X manual to figure out how to do that for your car seat setup, but I just did want to make that note. And another point I want to make is sometimes when you have a forward-facing kid, they have trouble buckling and unbuckling themselves. My 4-year-old can barely buckle himself and he's nowhere close to unbuckling yet. So what we like about this vehicle is when you move the seat all the way forward, because of this kind of open concept, it's very easy to access the kid in the third row. Other SUVs just cannot do this. You have a door panel in the way, you have seats in the way. With this door completely opening like this, it's actually really, really nice. And the more I'm sitting back here, I am really appreciating this open concept. And again, how big this aisle is. I'm telling you, other mid-size SUVs, guys, the aisle is this big. It doesn't have that same kind of open concept feel. So overall, it's a really good, here's what it is. It's a really good 6-passenger car. I honestly feel pretty good about 6 passengers. I think the only people who are gonna have trouble is people who are trying to do rear-facing car seats here with a forward-facing car seat or an older child in the third row. But older kids, 2 kids, no kids, it's kind of a cool car. Ready? Okay, so before we end the tour, I just want to show you that these Falcon doors are actually way more family friendly than you think. They actually don't really take up any more room than your typical doors. So here's my Ford Expedition. I mean, kind of hard to honestly load a kid with a car parked this close. But the Tesla Falcon doors, check this out. Even though this car is parked pretty close, it opened fine, and now I'd have like all this space to load and unload. It's pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this Tesla Model X tour. Let me know in the comments below about what you think of some of the family-friendly features I pointed out. And make sure you subscribe to my channel because we are dropping a tour a week and we have a ton of other car buying content coming. So thank you all so much for watching and I'll talk to you next time.